Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for May 29th, 2017, Memorial Day for those in the States. Yesterday, Burning Ass Taco scored the top score of 955. Paper Beetle wasn't too far behind him with a 915, and the rest pretty much fills the leaderboard with Ash White, Squeaky Penguin, Nanobot Nebula, LB, Marvin, Astronomy Goon, Dargard, and MacTinchy scoring an 855. I took the 11th place with a downed drone at 735. And that was actually the difference in health. Looking at my friends list, looks like most everybody got an 855. Dano lost drone 1, which had 10 more health, as Marvin pointed out, for 725. And Noxitney scored a 100, which, again, anytime you have Swarm, 27 people in total played. Let's see what today has in store. Now, I am playing this extremely late. It's actually 5 a.m. now, which is when I finished yesterday. But, one difference, I actually slept yesterday evening because I went to take a nap and ended up sleeping 6 hours. So, that was a thing. And so I'm actually mostly refreshed going into this. There we have relatively good drone health, 330 starting score. Not 330, 560 starting score. And 3 infestations on a barge B, so this could mean slime. I have stealth, overload, and reroute power. The reroute power could be useful. Barge B, still a decently sized ship. That powered a chunk of it, but not too much, really. As long as there isn't a vent in here. R2, R3. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. See how much that powers? Not much. But it is an empty room. How's time looking? I've got 1 minute. Defense in this room. So this is a good room to try to summon slime into. But the downside is so far I can't actually power it. It'll be good if I can know if I have to deal with slime, because that'll save me a lot of effort getting in and out. So I'm going to go ahead and chance this. I don't hear any swarm yet. It's an extremely long room, so I can't really trust it. Six R3 R8. What do I have? Teleport on a 4 upgrade drone. I do hear swarm now. How's time looking? Time's good. Time is fine. That's probably a bad idea, but I can work around it. Okay, we do have slime. Okay, this could be extremely good. D26 does go there. So if this terminal has what I need, okay, excellent. Room 8 has 2. Let's see. Only have 3 rooms here, so I can't really go very far. Do I want to go ahead? Yeah, I want to go ahead and... Same plan as before. This will take a little bit of time off of, or tack a little bit of time onto the mission, but it's the best way to get rid of this slime. Okay, Dano, no slime spawns that I can see at 6 minutes, despite a drone being on the ship. I'm going to take a little bit extra time just to double check these rooms I'm going to be traveling through. Which is going to eat well into my available time, but make sure nothing else spawned that I didn't notice. No? We are good. Okay. Damn. Off the ship quickly, thank you. I may as well take the teleport. Asteroid collision, 2 minutes. Time is 8 minutes. 8 minutes, no slime spawn. don't know why I haven't been doing that. I did it a little bit fast, admittedly. Because I definitely want to deal with any slime that spawns in here. 10-minute spawn coming up. There we go. I can't tell. Room 4. Room 4. Well, that's unfortunate. 41% chance, but I'm not adjacent to it, so I'm not going to worry about it. They're definitely in R3, they just don't seem to want to move. There we go. Whew, that was close. 12-minute mark. Minute and no spawn. Dano, not the behavior I was expecting, honestly. Asteroid failed to collect. Excellent. Good, good, good. Is there a vent in here? There's a generator in here. How much do you power? We've seen a lot of ships in the previous short while. Okay, that's actually a lot. 12, R5, R4, R11, R10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I can do R9 as well. Did I just see... No, okay. Okay, no defense turrets in those rooms, that's kind of unfortunate. What's time looking like? Whew, that was close. Almost the 14-minute mark. I'm suspecting there's another room that's filled with slime. And I would not be surprised if there's another drone somewhere. You know what? There was a drone in here. There's no slime, but there was a drone. Oh, there's no slime yet either, so there's that. What is the other infestation? It is sentries! Which complicates things a little bit. Probably slime all over in one of these. There's got to be slime all over in one of these rooms. Alright, just in case, I'm still going to go in here. I did that way too early. I don't quite get some of this formation that the slime does sometimes, because that's a very big jump. Usually it doesn't jump very far. So, 15, 16, or 5 must be just loaded with... Yeah, that must have spawned somewhere else. Yep, it's in here. Doesn't seem to have started in here. Door 9 is being attacked, which must be... I can make this work. R16, just in case. No defense. So there's only the one defense on the planet. On the ship. Dano saying something. I can't quite read it because my text is tiny. Let's go in here. I'd rather spawn something there. If it's gonna spawn something. "16 minutes, no apparent spawn." So for some reason it spawned in R15. No, it couldn't have. Maybe it could have. Still no slime in here. I'm not going to worry about beyond that. No, 12. Damn it. Nope, okay. So it definitely did not start in D32. More from Dano. Not sure what he's saying again. I don't need his stealth. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's get that moved. What did I do recently? 9 R5? No. Let's go ahead and use power 8. 3 scrap? 2 scrap. Just in case there's a 20-minute spawn, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it at this point. I'm not sure why it would have spawned in R15. Still good. Was it 35 or 36? It's 35. Let's see, firm upgrade. Let's just do this. Another defense. That's fine. Alright, so no ship scan today. There's really nothing I can do to deal with that except for take damage in R15. But at the same time, it's worth trying to vent 16 because 16 has the fuel. So still clear. So this sucks, but I need to do it. I'm going to go ahead and open D9 as well. I just want to vent the room. It was destroyed, so it doesn't matter. Alright, not much to find here. Did get a little bit, I guess. 15 scrap is pretty solid, and 2 of that was from the Sentry. So I could have possibly gotten fuel. I don't know. Could have possibly, if I'd gotten into R15 quickly, which with reroute and R10, sure. I'm not sure. And Dano, I guess this is going to be for you. R15 must have been one of the slime spawns. But I had a drone on the ship every time. So maybe we need more experimentation on that. I'm not sure. I am not sure. There's nothing else I can do. I did not get ship scan on any of the 2 terminals I had. I guess I should check R16 for a terminal, right? Because if there's a terminal, then that could end up really nicely in my favor. Just in case there's a vent. Hey, look, there is! I actually called that, didn't I? I called that before I even saw it because I realized, oh, if there's slime in there, which there must be because R15's almost empty. I mean, R15 had a few minutes worth of slime spread, but not that much. But I figured there was slime in R16, and there was a swarm in there, so I figured that must have had... Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of here. It is what it is. No damage today, which is nice. Not losing a drone is always a plus. Stealth is one of my favorite upgrades for that reason, because you can venture into an unknown room with relative safety. There are some things that you can do that would go very wrong, but not too many of them, and usually it just involves not getting too close to the enemies. Total score of 920. Could have scored a 940, plus possibly more with fuel. Probably just 20 or 25. Let's see, McTangy and Dano scored a 960. That must have been a ship scan. Burning Ass Taco, either a different ship scan or he was able to make that work. With the generator R12, you can pretty much reach the entire ship, especially with R9. So if you had a ship scan on my R5, you could reach pretty much the entire ship, if not the entire ship, with that ship scan, with enough work. It's a little bit trickier if you have to use the one in R10, but that's still very possible, I think. So ship scanning should have done very well. Then again, they also... that's right, there was one scrap that I didn't pick up, so it's possible if you got into R15 quickly enough, R960 could be your top score. And if you got a ship scan, you could do even better, but they may have not gotten ship scans either. Let's see, what other scores we got? We got 880s. That could be slime, and or slime damage, even. LB clearly got the fuel with a 925. It looks like it was either... It could have still been one jump, one propulsion. It may have just been one propulsion. The Saber Master and Netobot Nebula may well have lost a drone through... or an extreme amount of damage through slime or swarm shenanigans. And I've said it, and I'll probably say it every time there's swarm on a ship. Swarm are dangerous, and anytime you have swarm on a ship, there's a good chance, if not a guarantee, that someone is going to go home with a 0, or if there's a drone you can pick up, maybe they'll go home with, you know, a 25 or 35 or something along those lines. Well, not a 25, I guess, but a 35 or something along those lines. If you see a 25, it's because they were able to recover their drone and they had one upgrade on it when they quit. No, because that'd be a 30. That'd be a 60. And destroyed drones don't count upgrades. Huh. Regardless, whenever there's swarm, there's a good chance that someone's going to go home with nothing. And that's just an inevitability of swarm. Even with a smaller player base of 30, 35 people on a good day, swarm can do damage. They're unpredictable. Well, they're not unpredictable, but it's hard to predict them. And when you're dealing with possibly a vent, that just makes it worse. So, if you haven't done your run yet, good luck. There's not too much out of the ordinary on this ship. It's relatively light on infestations, despite having 3. Sorry, despite having gotten some good sleep not too long ago, it is probably about time to get some more rest before the sun fully comes up. So even with 3 infestations, it was relatively open ship. The main challenge, I think, today for a lot of people will be the slime, just getting around it and hopefully utilizing that defense room so that it doesn't spread and doesn't get in your way. I was very lucky with that, but at the same time, for some reason, it spawned in another room, so not sure how to explain that, and I'm sure we'll toss around some theories. So on the same token, if you have finished your run, leave a comment. Leave your own experiences, whether slime behaved for you or didn't behave for you, whether the swarm were especially aggressive or not, and any of your strategies that you use on this ship. We can definitely put them to use, and sharing that information definitely helps out the group as a whole. Also, please do that. If you'd like to check out other playthroughs for today's challenge and the weekly challenges in some cases, as well as some campaign play, you can check out Marvin, Copper, Deno416, LB, and Not Sydney in the video description. Links to their Duskers playlist. If you enjoyed the video, please like, and have a good day.